Yes, about the Hitcher. I'm going to continue talking about that. So, kind of funny because I'm shooting at the moment in Amsterdam. I'm in my trailer, which is like a monster, and they're shooting outside and they're preparing the shots. But I wanted to just keep in style and talk talk a little bit more about the Hitcher. First thing was that the script of the Hitcher, and I'm going to talk about the first scene in a moment. The script of the Hitcher was really tight, and we did hardly change anything, not in the words, and not even in the setting. It was very solid, and so everything we basically added came from interpretation, mostly. And Robert Harmon, first-time director, and I were absolutely on the same page. Yeah, okay, great. Thank you.
Ik heb hem een paar meter naar achter gezet.
Yeah. So,
Iets anders?
nee, dank je.
Zo dan weer.
Yeah, the first scene in the film for me, we had to look for pretty much for moments that made you feel that the person who gets into the car is not just a strange guy, but he has like a heart, sort of. And so the first thing I basically came up with was that there were a couple of things that I wanted to do. One was that I thought it'd be nice, because he's standing there in the rain and he's completely wet, that he was sort of hiding under a newspaper, and which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in a rainstorm. But I don't know, I like the idea that he was sort of trying to stay a little drier, and at the same time, because he's been in the rain, he might be catching a cold, and that would mean that I could sneeze at a moment in the scene where I felt it might be just fun. So let's see, the other thing that I thought of was I always sort of felt that it would be nice that between the two they could have a moment where they giggle together, which is not something guys do a lot, and certainly killers don't do it a lot. But between the two, Jim Halsey and John, it sort of creates a bond in a way where they both giggle about different things, but they're still giggling, and we kind of were able to work that in, and it's fun. It's really, I love that moment, and I love the sneeze too. Then at a certain moment in the scene when John Ryder says, "What do you want?" Sort of the truth comes out, and I think it's, I don't know, I think it's so smart to have the truth come out and then create a game out of it. Say, I want to die. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible. So I thought that was nice, and very smart, and very, nightmarish. At the same time, the game is almost an erotic game in a way, and done with love, if you can say that. Yeah, I was able to put a little kiss in there, which is ridiculous. You know, when they are getting stopped and the guy says, "Come on, sweethearts, drive on." So, you know, apart from the fact that you kind of get a feeling where this story is going to go, you're also getting a feeling that this guy is, let's say, special. And the biggest challenge, I don't know if I said that in the talk before, is that I had to make sure that you could somehow feel that this guy could do things you wouldn't believe, literally. You know, shoot a helicopter from the sky, excuse me, you know, kill a bunch of cops and a dog while you're in prison, jump out of a car when you're in handcuffs with the cops inside. How does that happen? Throw off the cuffs in the end before he gets shot one more time. How the hell does he do it? I don't know. But my challenge was, if I can make you believe that this guy can do that, then we are lucky. Because if I couldn't have done that, then, you know, it would have been unbelievable. It's still unbelievable, but somehow, I have been able to make it possible. Let's see. Yeah, at the end of the 10-minute scene, I mean, there's so many things in the film that, you know, any filmmaker will tell you shouldn't do. A lot of the film takes place in cars. There are a lot of, you know, car scenes that are taking way longer. It's horrible for a filmmaker because you have very little to go on, and you still have to make it film. Robert was on it. He just went straight through it and made it happen. Yeah, and his favorite shot is at the end of this first 10-minute scene when the hitcher, John Ryder, has been thrown out of the car, and he wakes up with a little smile, thinking, I found him. I found the guy who will do what I can do. And it's not over yet. So that's a little bit about the first scene and the setup of the whole movie. Just unhook this a little bit and see if I can take you outside, see what they're doing. As I'm shooting a commercial right now, and it's very funny because it's based on a character that I played, the character Heineken in a movie in Dutch. And it was very successful, I'm happy to say, and now I'm doing a small commercial as the character being Heineken, being on a film set. And but the thing is that the commercial is about coffee, good coffee. It's very funny. So we're making a joke here that is quite interesting. Ik ben even met de computer bezig te kijken wat we. Okay, well, you get the idea. It's very serious stuff. This is one of our beautiful locations in Amsterdam, where a lot of film companies are. It's an old propane gas industrial little complex, which is now extinct. shooting here.
Laat je even de set zien.
Ja, ik ben een beetje aan het draaien zo. Voor mezelf. Okay, that's it for now. Ciao, baby. Yeah, we're back home. And where is it?